Hi, it's Craig with ProLite Gear. If you look at the last several videos I've uploaded, they are addressing frequently asked questions that consumers have when they come in our store and they're wanting to get a new jacket. So I'm going to treat this jacket buying guide kind of like a customer coming into the store, and I'm going to start trying to understand what they need the jacket for. Are they looking at a jacket to be used as a shell, or are they looking at a jacket to provide warmth, or do they need something that's both warm and provides resistance to weather and wind? And we have solutions for all of those. One of the things I was attempting to do with those videos is really challenge some of the broadly held consumer perceptions that people have when it comes to making some of these decisions. Frequently customers come into the store and they think they need a hard shell jacket, but when we talk with them about what they're using, where they're using it, how they're using it, and what's important to them, they end up deciding they'd be much better served by having a soft shell jacket. So if you were in a rainforest and not moving around much, I would steer you towards a hard shell. But if you're going to be cross-country skiing or climbing or trail running, the breathability advantages offered up by a soft shell jacket make them a much better solution than a hard shell. Soft shells are just much more breathable or air permeable than hard shells. Hard shells do provide better wind and water resistance, but for most instances, soft shells provide adequate wind and water resistance, especially with the new improvements in durable water repellent coating. So we put together a video on hard shell versus soft shells, and we also did a video on DWR. Also, when it comes to selecting down or synthetic insulation, if you're wanting a jacket to provide some warmth, well, we need to have a conversation about, are you going to be using that as a mid-layer or as an outer layer? If you're using it as a mid-layer, breathability or air permeability is much more important. If you're using it as an outer layer, you're going to need some water and wind resistance from that. One of the commonly held misconceptions is that down doesn't hold up well in the presence of moisture. Well, down that isn't encased in a water-resistant fabric doesn't hold up very well. But a water-resistant fabric like a Gore-Tex Quantum Endurance, in conjunction with a good DWR, does adequately well in most scenarios. Also, the introduction of the new hydrophobic down insulation has really closed the performance gap between down versus synthetic insulations. So the story now with synthetic insulations isn't so much about water resistance, it's about air permeability or breathability. Polartec has introduced their Alpha synthetic insulation, which was developed for the military, and it has set a new standard in terms of air breathability or air permeability. So we put together a video on down versus synthetic insulation, and I encourage you to watch that to educate yourself or get the latest information on which may be better for you. Lastly, we want to look at jacket details. Things like, does the jacket have a helmet compatible hood? And if it does have a helmet compatible hood, is it an adjustable hood? So that you can use that hood even if you don't have a helmet on. If you get a helmet compatible hood, but it's a non-adjustable hood, and you go to use that hood when you're not wearing a helmet, it's going to be flopping down and covering your eyes and you can't see. So we want to look at things like that. We want to look at the type of zippers used. A coil zipper versus a molded zipper, the most common of which is from YKK, called a Vislon zipper. Very important if durability is a concern for you. Nothing worse than being a long ways away from the trailhead and your zipper fails. We want to look at things like, do zippers have zipper garages in them? Does the jacket have a drop tail? What type of cuffs are on the jacket? What type of drawstrings are on the jacket? And how are they adjusted? If the jacket is going to be used in a condition where in a situation where durability is a question or is a requirement, how is the surface fabric going to uphold to abrasions up against rocks or tree limbs? And does the jacket have additional fabric in high wear areas? So these are all things to look at when selecting a jacket. And so we put together a collection of videos for you that that help address many of these questions. And I've set them up as a playlist for you so that you can watch them all if you want, or if there are specific things that you want to dive deeper into, you can watch just those videos that are of interest to you. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions on any of this, please give us a call, 406-582-0508, or send us an email to info@prolightgear.com.